What is up, everybody? My name is Karina Lane from the University Rebel, and I'm here with Miss Rachael Karp. Miss Rachael Karp is the founder of Top Runner Marketing. She founded this a couple of months ago, am I correct?
June of 2016.
June of 2016, so it's practically almost a year. She has scaled her business, and now she is serving small businesses around the tri-state area, outside and inside of Connecticut. So we're just going to talk a little bit about her journey, why she chose marketing, how she got her business up and running, and everything else in between, okay? So Rachael, when it came to developing a business, why did you want to get in business?
So I guess I wanted to get in business from a young age. I've always really liked selling. I've always really liked selling. I used to go door to door selling candy to different houses around my area. I'd buy like a 25 pack of Twix, and I'd walk around to each door and I'd be like, "Would you like to buy a Twix?"
That was your lemonade stand.
Yeah, that was my lemonade stand. And then I'd price test each house, and I'd say, "Well, this Twix is $1 and this Twix is $2, and I'd see which one would sell. And then I'd also do like, if you buy one Twix, you get 2 Twix free. So that's kind of how I got my start.
Oh, okay. So you were A/B split testing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
A/B split testing
without even knowing A/B split testing.
So getting a little bit further, you were in college and whatnot at Western. What made you choose the marketing as your industry, where you wanted to start your first business, or one of your most successful businesses right now?
I've always learned that marketing is one of the biggest powerhouses for money. Money is not usually a big driver to me. However, I wanted to be able to provide for my family and my friends, and be able to go on vacation if I wanted to go on vacation. And I always wanted to help other people. So that's kind of how I got into marketing, and I really like to teach. Teaching is really kind of my why on why I created a business.
Okay.
Because if you can influence one person, you can influence 2.
Right. You feed a given man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eats for forever. Right? That's how the proverb goes. When it came to actually developing Top Runner Marketing, can you go a little bit into the process on the ins and outs of just getting the LLC up, and all the struggles, or even positive things that went along with that?
So it took a while to I guess I could start how it all began. It started with reading Phil Knight's book, Shoe Dog, on how he founded Nike, and he was talking about top runners. And what a top runner is somebody that leads the pack, and they take the most lag and wind. They really head spear where the team is going to go, and they're called front runners actually. And front runner marketing was already taken.
Okay.
So I looked for a word for a while that was really synonymous with front, and I came up with top. Front runner marketing used to slot first on Google, and now Top Runner Marketing sits above it. And they've paid to try to get above us again, and then we took them again down the leaderboard.
Okay, so SEO optimization, right?
Yeah, without even using much SEO optimization, just kind of regular daily content and posting.
Okay, so content engagement made the analytics of Google say, like, this is obviously a more valuable post, a valuable company, so we're just going to put up top runner marketing. Top runner marketing. So one thing I remember when you were starting the business a couple of months ago, you were talking with Pauline, you were just like structuring out, all your numbers, how you can, bring finances in while helping other companies. Why did you choose small business versus like bigger businesses, or medium-sized businesses?
Because I think small businesses are kind of the heart of America, and that's what it's broadcasted always as, is that small businesses are the heart of America. They're the people that, spend 14-hour days working at their deli, and really embracing who they are and who their family is and their tradition. So growing up with a local deli, Ray and Mike's Deli in Hamden, after soccer games we'd go and hang out there, and we'd go and pick up a sandwich or Ray and Mike's Philly cheesesteak. So knowing that you're always part of a small business is really kind of humbling, that you're not always shopping at Staples or you're not shopping at Walmart. And there's nothing wrong with Staples or Walmart. However, they don't necessarily have the same heart as somebody, serving you a Philly cheesesteak 365 days a year.
Right.
Day in and day out. Corporate level, we usually don't see those kind of day-to-day activities and slugs that most small businesses go through. So being able to help them and have people really find out about, the local eats, or the Danbury eateries.
Right. One of my business endeavors I tried, right?
Those are what really matter to most people, and they're in day-to-day life. That's kind of how I picked small businesses.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about with the small businesses. What the clients that you're currently serving, you've been serving for the past year. What change around? What statistics have you seen in their business with your services?
So with our services, they've gotten, one business has gotten $200 extra just by us being part of their business as well. Most people see more engagement and more likes and shares go up on their posts when we manage this content for them. And that's kind of what catapults when top runner marketing comes and is a part of someone's business.
Okay. So when it comes to actually, like, you do social media marketing, because obviously, as Gary Vaynerchuk himself says, like, the cell phone is like the new television nowadays. Do you outsource even within the community for like paper marketing? I'm talking like newspapers or flyers or posters, or do you handle that in-house?
Well, we handle that. We outsource when we need to, if we're trying to get in the newspaper, things like that, or if we need to build bridges for like a small business place an ad. However, we're mostly on digital. All of our content's digitally done.
Right. Okay. Now, something that I want to touch a little bit about going back is that sometimes business owners have a hard time scaling their business. You have, seeing you do it, like you have successfully, as of right now, scaled your business where you have gotten other college students and other people in their 20s to actually hop onto your business and to help you build that team and infrastructure. How did you do that? Like, tell the young aspiring entrepreneurs how you really learned how to structure that model.
Well, a wise person once told me that you have to be the example, not be the follower. That's why we have followers on Instagram.
Right.
So that if you're the person that leads the pack and you are the example, other people are more likely to follow that. That kind of follow somebody that's just coming to work and not really doing their job and just playing out on Facebook.
Right.
If you see somebody that's really playing hard, you kind of aspire to be that person. So you have to be the example, not be the follower.
Right.
How I kind of reached out to other college students was just career centers. All career centers on state and private universities are always looking to get their students out in the field. And since they're always looking to get their students out in the field, I thought Top Runner Marketing was really in brand with them because we were founded to help undergraduate students. We were founded to connect local businesses with a undergraduate that maybe grew up in the area or is now staying in the area for their 4-year undergraduate period, and really enjoys, mac and cheese at Mac Daddy's on Route 25 or something like that, or Burgeritaville in Newtown. And those places have a local that's grown up in the area, been to their, burger shop, been to their mac and cheese house, and now really care about it and want to take it one step further by saying, hey, I've grown up here, I can come in and take photos for you and do some social media marketing for you. I always sit on the phone anyways, so why not, take it to the next level and help the business that I grew up with kind of get ahead too.
Okay, cool. Now, with that scaling and with you helping the small businesses out, what states have you hit with your services, like other than just Connecticut?
So we've just broken into New York. We're in Long Island and Suffolk and Nassau County.
Right.
Hopefully expanding into Putnam and Lower Westchester. We'll see where it goes.
Okay, so you're not in New Jersey yet? You haven't touched that yet?
Not in New Jersey yet.
Okay, but is your plan for Top Runner Marketing to be a nationally known small business marketing firm?
My plan for Top Runner Marketing is to help undergraduates nationwide get a competitive leg up against the competition.
Right.
Because in America we're really taught to compete against each other and not work together.
Right.
Which is really unfortunate, but if given the right tools, somebody can really get ahead at a young age and not necessarily walk out of college unexperienced and less aware of the larger picture. For example, like when somebody doesn't make a sale and doesn't hit their goals.
Right.
It's on the salesman's fault that they didn't hit their goals.
Right.
However, it affects the whole entire corporation, the operation. So that means that somebody else couldn't get paid for like a graphic design drawn in the sense that it all interchangeably connects with each other, and it's a very symbiotic relationship that most people don't see. And if we can give them the larger picture early on, they'll be a little bit more sound walking into a job and kind of just finding out where they want to go.
Okay, so you're trying to be the stepping stone between being sheltered, so like being in real life. Like that's your goal, like to be the stepping stone. In the
most ethical and helpful and resourceful way. Like we're all around the same age. We're all like roughly 20 years old doing it together. So what I call it is like rich 20 something.
Right. Okay. Right. I know the brand. Okay.
So we're all like together fighting for the same goal. And I mean we spend enough time on our phone anyways. So why not just post for a small business as well?
Right. Okay. Now, I know you touched upon about it being for undergrads. Let's just say you had somebody who maybe felt that college wasn't the right way for them. You know, maybe they wanted to be successful outside of the 4 years. Maybe they didn't feel like it was a good investment for themselves to stay in university. Is it still open to like young 20-year-olds who want to be able to like learn that same skill set? Because whether you go or not, it's like, it's the skill that matters versus strictly a piece of paper. It's the skill, like if you can't produce for a company, market, and like bring that revenue in, then you're not worth paper enough, you know?
For sure. No, we're definitely open to anyone, any age, any gender, anything.
Right.
We really just, it's all about attitude at top of marketing. That's what I used to say a while back when I was really in like the recruitment trenches in spring. It's not really if you have a paper or if you have brown hair. It's really if you have the attitude and you want to succeed, and you really want to get ahead. There's no kind of cookie cutter shape at top runner marketing. It's kind of top runner marketing becomes you. You don't become top runner marketing.
Okay. Right, you're part of it. Okay. Now, that's actually a really good analogy. Like, really good. Like, it's you.
Yeah.
No, but that's really good because nowadays, like before, you know, the more industrial revolution, we're now breaking out of that. This is more the innovative, entrepreneurial time.
Yeah, we teach a lot of, you know, we work with each other, not for each other. Like growing up, when your parents say you need to go get a job and you need to go work for a company, at Top Runner Marketing, we're kind of changing the dynamic and saying we work with each other. We don't work for someone. We all work with each other. Like Elena, our lead content writer, I work with her all the time. And we, you know, bounce ideas back and forth. And we're friends outside of work too. We kind of dance a fine line between, you know, coworkers and friends outside of work. It's a really nice relationship because I know that I can call Elena at 10 o'clock if I have a problem, and I know that she can call me. Along with Joe, my CEO, who's from Long Island, who's currently selling in Long Island right now. You know, if Joe needs to talk to me at like 11 in the afternoon, 11 in the evening, you know, he's more than welcome to. And that even when the doors close after work or the hours of operation kind of shut down, we're still kind of there for each other as a family.
Awesome. So teamwork is obviously the roots of your business.
Community.
Team and community. Going a little bit about Joe. As an entrepreneur, you know, you're 20-something years old, in your young 20s, you can obviously prove it to yourself. You can get a business up and running and make it efficient for what it is right now. You spoke about how you have Joe as your CEO, but you are the founder of the company and the brand message. Can you speak a little bit about why you chose to just stay the founder and not to continue as CEO?
Well, when you give somebody else an opportunity like you've had, you can influence their lives as well as yours, and it can kind of change it for the better. In the sense that most founders kind of feel like, you know, this is mine, and like, this is like, you know, my pride and joy and my lifeblood. And yes, I believe that like Top Runner is definitely my idea and my creation. However, if it was only my creation and my idea, Staples wouldn't have like Office Depot as a competitor, or like Best Buy wouldn't have had Circuit City. You know what I'm saying? They both sold the same exact thing, but in like a different model and a different structure. And I more than welcome other people to make more social media marketing companies. It's kind of the way everybody's going. I mean, you can find it on Craigslist, but in the sense of bringing Joe as CEO, I wanted to give somebody else an opportunity that I had. Because a lot of entrepreneurs kind of, you know, brag about being self-made, like, oh, I'm self-made and I do this. And, you know, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I read my morning quotes or things like that. And I'm self-made and no one's helped me. But it's really, like, quite the opposite. Most people aren't self-made at all. In fact, I don't think any of us are.
I agree with that.
Because being self-made means you do it alone all the time. And somebody once told me that you don't stay alive for the iPhone. You stay alive for who's on the other side of the iPhone. So knowing that the world's so digital and it's so quick to judge and quick to move, appointing a CEO who can kind of be a replicate of me. I never tell him to be like an exact me, but be the best you that he can be. Someone would talk to him over talking to me, or someone would talk to me over talking to him. So it's kind of like doubling yourself in the most efficient way possible.
That's a good way to put it.
It's being able to trust in someone else, and it's being able to kind of let go of the reins, you know? It's like you're holding on, and then you just kind of give it some slack, and you stop burning your own hands, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, all right, well, I'll give, you know, Joe the company for Tuesday, and I'll take it back Wednesday. And it's like kind of playing catch with somebody that could help you excel.
Okay.
If you find the right people. But finding the right people in a tough job market, and just kind of a tough economic state right now, it's really hard. So it's really the people that you gotta find. You gotta kind of find who fits with you. Someone told me it's like building your tribe,
Right.
and really caring about who's in your tribe, and like harnessing them and making them good before you make yourself good. Another wise person told me that you should hire the people that you'd work for yourself. So if I'm hiring Tyler, put him in my shoes. If Tyler was the CEO, would I work for Tyler? And if you couldn't work for the person that you hired, I don't think you should be hiring.
Okay.
Because you really need to have that trust level that Tyler's gonna, lead, or maybe not necessarily lead, but he's gonna be the example and not the follower. He's going to be someone that would be, trusted to run an operation one day, or be able to complete a project, or be able to complete like a to-do list. You know what I'm saying? You need to have somebody that you could trust to do the same things that you would do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yes, that was actually a great explanation. And you know what? I always knew on my entrepreneurial endeavors, and even in my apprentice endeavors, because I'm still an apprentice, because there's so much to learn from, more developed entrepreneurs. I have a mentor. He's 24. He's 24 and I'm 21. But I'm most definitely working with them. I have seen that teamwork community that builds a movement, and that movement has more value to people than the monetary direct. Because you can always scale, build, you get the money in. Money, as long as you know how to do it right. But if you don't have that company culture where everyone's a team and people are just cliquey, or
everyone's happy, you really need to build an environment where people like coming into work. I've always learned the happiest places that I've been are the people that know me after work, personally.
Right.
And some people like to, draw that line and they shut the door. And that's fine, but I've also found out that, you're working with these people 8 hours a day.
Right.
You spend more time with them than you probably do with your parents, because you're always in work more so than you are, hanging out with your friends. And so these people should be people that you get along with. They shouldn't be like, oh, damn, now I gotta work,
Right.
I mean, I can't wait until the day Top Runner gets its office. We'll have beanbag chairs and a Keurig, and we'll have lunch on Thursdays, or lunch swap on Thursdays, where people bring in potlucks together, and it's really kind of like a tribe.
Right.
And it's people that care about what happens outside of work.
Of course, I like that. I might have to visit you. Something that I just want to wrap up about a bit. What is the takeaway for young entrepreneurs who are looking to grind out, to build a community, to build a tribe, like you say? Just a quick takeaway for everyone for this message.
One takeaway that you could take from this is that there's going to be a lot of struggles when you decide to take a jump. Someone told me that entrepreneurship or building a business or anything is like jumping off a cliff and building a plane on the way down. So you're going to encompass some rocks, you're going to definitely fall on some plateaus, and you're definitely going to fall through a lot of clouds. And you'll think that it's over, and there'll be plenty of days where you want to shut the door and be like, I gave up, as an entrepreneur and a founder, there are definitely days where I look back at it and I'm like, damn, could I have not taken the jump, and could I have gone back and not wanting to create my own business? But you have to kind of stay positive, and you got to look at the long view of things. It's not really the short payoffs. You sign a deal, you don't get a deal. But if the long run makes you a better person as a whole, spiritually, whatever you believe in, it's you're always going to come out on top.
Right.
And then not only that, but don't let someone also once told me that it's not a wall, it's a speed bump.
Right.
So not to know that you've hit a wall, it's just slow down and then take your time, and you really got to find other people that can listen to you too, and that when while you're heading full throttle, because you're I love this vision, this is my vision, being able to kind of pull that back and say, this is our vision. And you're not alone in it, and I'm not alone in it, and it's never going to be necessarily Tyler's idea or Joe's idea to create Top Runner marketing. But if I can get them to believe in what Top Runner marketing kind of stands for, then I've kind of done my job.
Right. Great wrap up. hopefully you guys got quality information on how to build a movement, how to build a team, how to build a community in order for you to have a successful business, and also to just be a successful entrepreneur, intrapreneur, and just person all around. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your time. I really appreciate it. Your time is always valued, and I wish to collaborate with you in the future, you know, and you've always been a good friend. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and thank you for supporting the University Rebel and our message. See you later. Bye.